Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show, where we get to the heart of why you overeat and how to stop. If you struggle with food and weight like I did, welcome home.
Welcome everybody to the Heal Your Hunger Show. So happy to have you here. It is a great day to be alive, and I'm so excited about this message that I am bringing to you from my former mentor and husband, Roy Nelson. Yes, he is the one who saved me from so many diets, so many exercise plans that I had failed, so many programs, 12-step programs, eating disorders therapy. None of it worked for me. And this guy had the ticket for me, and I'm so grateful. He recently passed, and that's made me a little nostalgic. So I came across this recording that was done when he was presenting to a group of eating disorders professionals in the Southern California area. I wanted to bring you this message, which is short, but definitely packs a punch. So I hope you enjoy hearing what he has to say, his experience of being a hopeless case, being 275 pounds, being addicted in many ways. I hope you enjoy this message. It definitely packs a punch. And if you're here at the Heal Your Hunger Show for the first time, this message is one that definitely will stand apart from any of the noise out there regarding weight loss. This is an entirely different message. This is the person I learned from. This is the message I do my best to carry to the world, because it's a message of depth and weight, and it's really about the true causes of addictive eating. So welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show. And if you don't know if you're an emotional eater or a food addict, you can actually take a quiz on my website, healyourhunger.com, and find out. Take the emotional eating quiz, get your personalized score, and then your action steps to take along with it. So I hope you enjoy the show.
I'm talking from experience because I'm a hopeless case. 100% hopeless in and of myself. And my experience is everything on the outside is a manifestation of what's going on the inside. And my experience is it's virtually impossible to get there alone. And it's virtually impossible to get there with someone who hasn't been there. It's like trying to go up Mount Everest alone or with somebody who has never been there. I'm telling you, the journey to the core of one's being is much more terrifying than going up Mount Everest. Much. But I'm here to say that because I've been driven, that's not because I'm a good guy or anything like that. It's because I've been driven. I couldn't take the pain anymore. I couldn't stand what I had become. Now, and I don't mean because I was morbidly obese. I don't mean because I was completely obsessed with sex, that I was desperately looking for someone to love. Bless you. That I had a bag of pills. I had Thorazine, Malaril, Valium, Librium, and a whole lot of others I can't remember the names of. There was a time when I used to hire a doctor or a registered nurse to travel with me to give me IVs of Valium or sodium pentothal to try to deal with the terror. I smoked cigarettes, drove big cars, chased fast women. Hopeless case. 100% hopeless. Went to the doctors, the therapist, the psychiatrist, every imaginable discipline for years. And I'm telling you, friends, it really doesn't matter what a person thinks their problem is. The unfortunate thing about some problems is that a person has an awfully hard time accepting that they have a problem. And, my experience is fear is always the problem. And People aren't dishonest with themselves because they're bad. People are dishonest with themselves because they're terrified if they get honest, they're going to have to make changes. People are afraid of change. But what I'm talking about here, in my experience, people, and we're talking about, and in this case here, we're talking about emotional eating, eating disorders, obesity, these things. My experience is there is a way, if a person will let me touch their heart, if a person will let me touch their heart at the deepest level, then the need for excess food, the desire for excess food can be removed. The desire for foods that aren't good for you can be removed. Literally, the appetite for foods that aren't good for you and amounts that aren't good for you can be removed. You can be given an appetite for things that are good for you and amounts that are good for you. So the weight loss is effortless. And that's my experience. Is the only hope, because in and of myself, I don't have the power. If I don't have the power to not eat, if I have a craving for food. That's how I became 275 pounds. So, but the good news is there is a way out. I'm really happy to have the opportunity to be here with you guys today. I did not intend to be here, but it worked out. And no matter what problem a person thinks they have, the solution is the same. It all centers in the subconscious mind. How'd I get there? Let's just say that previous lives is too scary. Let's just say we're talking just from conception. Okay, I brought plenty of faulty data with me from previous lives, but just say you didn't. Let's say from conception. From conception, we're taking on data. It's all going into the master computer. Now, we have no filter, no discerning capability, no way of filtering out faulty data, so we take it all in as the absolute gospel. Nobody intentionally poisoned me. They were sharing data that they had gathered. So based on that faulty data, I formulated my beliefs, my core beliefs. Based on those core beliefs, faulty as they were, based on the faulty data, I formulated my philosophy for living, my way of navigating through this hostile world I perceive myself to be in. So in that process, I formulated my life. Now, I was pretty good. I would just say this. When I was a militant atheist, Spirit was very good to me. Spirit was taking very good care of me and giving me much of what I thought would bring me happiness, in order for me to realize that getting what I thought would bring me happiness did not bring me the happiness I thought it would bring me. My experience is the real heartbreak in living by my blueprint is when I got what I thought I wanted. Because if I hadn't gotten it, her, all whatever it was, if I hadn't gotten what I thought would bring me happiness, I could have still calmed myself, well, I would have been happy. I would have been happy if I'd have been able to get my way. Well, I'm telling you, friends, I got my way. So I was blessed in that way to know, and that's when I really started my downward spiral, when I reached the top of my game. So opportunity, guys. Every opportunity is what anyone decides to do with the opportunity that's going to make the difference in their lives. It really doesn't matter what the problem is. The problem centers in the very core of one's being, in the subconscious mind, and the solution centers deeper than that. So if a person, essentially a person has a big wall of fear around their heart, if they let me throw up a big wall of love around their heart, they'll gradually be able to lower that wall of fear. And all that phony pride, all that willfulness, all that stuff that keeps one going can be dissolved. And literally everything that's in one's heart that needs to be addressed, all that hurt, all that pain, all that fear, all that guilt, all that rage, all that need to be punished, can all be healed. It'll all come tumbling out, and it can be addressed and healed. Feel, deal, and heal. So it's not an easy process, but it pays off big, pays off really, 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 really big. You know, I love you, and I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful for you. Appreciate you. If you know somebody's hurting, that's the one I'm looking for, guys, and I need you to help me find him. I mean, I got to know there's somebody out there like me who would give everything they had and everything they ever hoped to have for what's been so freely given to me. That's the one I'm looking for. Now, I'll help some other people along the way. Most of them are not going to be very serious about getting better. That's okay. But I'm looking for one like me. So if you help me find him, I appreciate you. Thank you.
If you're ready to get off the dieting roller coaster ride and finally make peace with food and with your body, talk to a Heal Your Hunger mentor about what steps you need to take based on your own history with food and weight. Go to healyourhunger.com and register for an emotional eating breakthrough session and see how fast you can experience real change. It's a complimentary evaluation, but there are limited spots available. So go to healyourhunger.com and register to speak with a mentor today.